Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to walk through this problem from Pram, absolute value sort. We need to write a function that sorts the array according to the absolute value of the numbers in the array. If two numbers have the same absolute value, we need to sort them according to their sign. So the negative number will come before the positive number. Let's look at this example in here. 2, -7, -2, -2, and 0. And first, we have to take the absolute value of each of the elements, and then we can push it to a sort function, and then it will come back with us 0, 2, +2, 2, 2, and 7, right? But the output that we need to the output that we need was that has a original signs in it. So the sorting is based on the absolute value, but the output has to be based on the original number that included the sign. So how can we do that? And also, we are not allowed to use the Python built-in sorting function. We have to implement the sort algorithm by ourselves. So that's another challenge. So what we can do is to we can use either merge sort or quick sort. And if you are not familiar how to implement those two sorting algorithms, I will leave I have videos for these two algorithms in my channel, and I will leave the links to these two videos in the description down below. Anyway, come back to this problem. And so first we can sort based on the absolute value, and secondly, we need a dictionary to keep track of how many negatives we have. So the key being that number, the absolute value of that number, and the value can keep track of how many negatives for that particular number. So for example, 2, and this is a positive number, so that's why it does not go to the negative count. And then now we move on to the next element, which is a -7. So what we can do is to have in that dictionary, we can have a key of 7, which is a positive, because after we sort it, what we are getting is all the positive number. So that's why the key will be a positive number, and the value will be how many counts of negatives for that number. So will be 1, because we have one negative number. And here the key will be 2, positive 2, value will be 1. And here the value will increase to 2. Okay, and this one 0, we can just go with the positive side, so we don't count them to the negative number. I will walk through the code a little bit. I mean, you will have a clear understanding of what I was explaining. So first, we need to implement the basic sorting algorithm. And now, and here I commented out, I have the merge sort right here. Again, if you're not familiar with them, I will leave a link to the video in the description down below. And also I have another one, quick sort. You can choose whichever you like. It doesn't really matter for this problem. And first, what we need to do is take the absolute value. We can use a list comprehension. And for all the elements in the array, take the absolute value to it, and then we append to a new list. I call it app array. And then now, and this array actually goes to be the input to the sorting function, which we will push it to the quick sort function that I implement over here. So after this sorting, right? So after we get the absolute value will be 2, positive 7, 2, 2, and 0. So the negative sign is all gone. And then we will push in this absolute value to that function. I had a merge function in the common in here, but now I use a quick sort function. It's again, doesn't matter which one. And then now I have the apps sorted. Okay, so what it comes back will be 0, positive 2, positive 2, and positive 2, and 7. So the problem with it is that we don't know what was the original sign, right? So what we can do is to have a next. It's a default dictionary. It's like it's a default dict. And so for all the numbers in the array, if that number is a negative, and the key will be the absolute value of the number, and then the value will be increased by 1 whenever we come across one negative number. So at the end, what will this return will be a dictionary. So the key being the value that has a negative number. So for example, 2 has 2 negative number, right? So that will be this number and that number, right? And then 7 has 1 count, and 2 has 2 counts because again we have 2 negative 2. We have 1 negative 7. Okay, so that's what it looks like for the next counts dictionary. And then after we come back, the function returns a absolute sorted list. So for all the numbers in the apps sorted, if that number, so we look at the dictionary, right? So if we have at least one negative count, we know that that number will be a negative number, right? And then we append the negative version of that sorted number. I mean the negative number of the number that is absolute sorted number. We append it to the result. Again, all these numbers in here are positive, and we have to get the original number. That's why we have to put the negative sign in front of it. Now we finished one of the negative number, and then we decrease the count by 1. Otherwise, that means it's not in the next dictionary. That means it's a positive number originally. So we just append that number to the result list. So run that, and it pass all the cases. So that's my walkthrough to this solution. I hope this is helpful. If it is, please consider like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.